Hi guys, John here at Common Sense Outdoors. So we've been talking about foil recently because of the fact that I put a 9" by 9" piece of foil in my True Survival keychains, and then I demonstrated how easy it is to boil purify water with using tin foil. I want to talk about how to fold it real quick. I had a comment on one of the videos that when you fold the tin foil, there's a good chance it's going to leak, which is true. There's two things that keep this foil from leaking. The first is this is heavy duty foil. This isn't any cheap foil. The second thing is, actually turn you down, make sure you can see what I'm doing. If I'm going to fold this to put it in a kit, let's say I'm going to make an Altoids kit. Naturally, you're going to think to yourself, I want to get that folded up as flat as possible to take up the least amount of space. Now when you're folding foil, if you were folding a piece of paper, that same fold is what I would call a hard seam. I don't know if that's going to make sense, but if I unfold it, I have a hard seam there where I folded it. So if I want to fit this in this Altoids tin and make it as small as possible, I'm just going to start halving and halving and halving with my folds. And every time I fold it and I squish it down to make it nice and flat, I'm creating a hard seam. Still doesn't quite fit. Let's go ahead and do it again. Okay, so obviously now that fits in there, doesn't take up any room at all hardly. But when I unfold it, I've actually created what I call hard seams in both directions. And every spot where those hard seams cross each other, you risk having a leak if you were to try to make a container and put water in this. That's the only spots you're going to have problems with possibility of leaking, is where there's intersecting hard seams. So let's talk for a second about how I put this foil into my True Survival keychains. Okay, I fold it in half. Yes, that's a hard seam. Then I fold it in half again, creating two more hard seams. Okay, so if I was to unfold that, I have three hard seams. But so far, they're all running in the same direction. There's no intersecting hard seams. Now the trick with my keychains, and to minimize the chance of having a leak if I use this for water, is I don't fold this up flat now. I actually, when I make the keychain, I wrap it around the inner cores of the bracelet, so it's wrapped instead of folded. There's something, you know, the inner cores are in there keeping it from being pinched flat. So if you were to make a kit, a small kit, and you're trying to put foil in it, take something in your kit and instead of folding this flat and just wrap it. Okay, so now if we go back to this one for a second, fold it back up. We put that in the kit, and let's say we had a lighter in our kit. I can get it to slide out. Okay, there's the same shape. Now you can see I'm not going to be using up any more space with it wrapped around something in my kit than I am with it flat and that same something with it. And when we unfold the piece that we wrapped instead of folded, we still only have 3 hard seams. Yes, there's other wrinkles and kinks, but it's not a hard seam, and there's no intersecting hard seams to cause leaks. So I hope that makes sense. It's pretty simple, pretty common sense, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody fold this up this way to put into a small kit. And you could have problems with this way. So, pretty simple. And you know, when I did that, I did 2 demonstrations on boiling water with this piece of foil, or purifying water. And I say purifying, I didn't actually bring it to a full boil because it was taking longer than I liked for the video. But I actually did fold this up and put it in my back pocket, and I think I even sat on it. So in those videos it was actually folded with harder seams than what it would be in my keychains. Like I say, it's wrapped. You've got the 4 inner strands filled with wire inside my keychain that this wraps around. So there's something in there keeping it from being pinched flat and making those hard seams. So that's all I wanted to show you real quick. Hope it helps somebody. Thanks for watching. More videos coming real soon. Gonna see if I can knock some off my list here. So stay tuned for those. Thanks for your support. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.